And we're live, so there you go. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Anime Bingeaholics anime review. Welcome to the stream.
I
Hey
had
Kitty Oda.
allergies.
Yeah, allergies are the suck.
Yeah.
But welcome on this fine day as we get this another anime review done. Of course, I'm your host, Ranger J 1999, and my co-host is the artist formerly known as Ladypool, who will now be referred to as
Kitty Curio.
there you
I
go.
like cats.
So
And
Kitty
I'm
Curio.
curious about everything, so it
So if
works.
things weren't confusing enough, she's the artist formerly known as Lady Pool, so you will refer to her in the third person as Kitty Curio. All right, we are glad to have you guys here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure you hit the follow and feel free to chat it up and chat. Do a chatty chat and
Chat.
spread the word because can't really do more of the fun stuff until we get a lot more followers and a lot more views and a lot more of everything. So what are we reviewing today? We are reviewing Food
Or
Wars.
Shokugeki no Soma.
That's right. And if you have not seen Food Wars, I will tell you, I really, really, really don't. This is a
Be
fan.
prepared for laughs. Like, oh my god.
And feels. There were some good feels in this
Oh yeah,
one.
there's a lot of good feels in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was an anime I watched, God, years ago, and I can't remember what it was. The predates this one that was about food. There's been a few anime food ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like been a lot
Well,
of
not a lot, but there's been a few that were popular enough that they had several seasons. And I can't remember the one that I was watching, but I remember cracking up on that one. But I forgot about it. It was a long time ago. I'd have to go look.
15 best cooking food anime of all time. There's Bon Appetit. No.
That's not it.
Bonjour. Blah, blah, blah. Bonjour, sweet love, patisserie. I need to turn Jarvis down.
Hey, Jarvis.
Wakako Zaki.
I have to look at this. See, I'll tell you as soon as I look at it. Oh, I just saw it. Damn it, where did it go? Oh, I lost it. I'll tell you.
Kufuku Graffiti.
Oh, it's here. Let me
Cooking
find it.
Papa.
Where are you?
Cooking
I saw you.
Papa.
There it is. What is this one? Yakitate? Freshly baked Japan, where the guy tries to create the Japanese bread. That one was really, really good. He tries to create Japanese bread because there's Italian bread, there's French bread, and the best was when he was in school and they're doing all these contests, and the one judge was every time he would bite some of his food, he'd have this ridiculous action. So yeah,
Kind of like how they are in Shokugeki no
yes, but. This Food Wars blows this one out of the water. This is the best shonen Food Wars that I mean, just it is a fantastic anime, and I remember liking that one a lot. But this one blew me away how good it was. I'm not
This one like blows you out of the water in multiple ways.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's a lot of heart in to this. I mean, so it's a shonen, but it's different in the sense that
Literally it's mainly a shonen in the way that
we get battles and stuff like that.
Why are you in here? Hi, go, bye, go away, bye. Love
Bye,
you.
little chitlin.
Anyway, but they have shonen in the way of literal food wars, hence the name Food Wars.
Well,
But
yeah,
that's how they get anything done in the school. Like you have a discrepancy with another student, food war. You want something done about like one of the elite 10 in the group want something that another person has, food war. They have a shokugeki. That's what it's called in the school, and it's everything is done around food. Food.
But the thing that's so brilliant about it, now the main
It's like
character.
a place that I would go and die in like freaking heaven there.
I know. I mean, so some of the characters, Soma is fantastic. And his
Soma is great.
So it starts off with Soma and his dad, and they own this small restaurant in Japan. I don't remember the name of. Yeah.
It's something.
So they're always
It's
cooking.
their last name.
He goes to high school. He goes to school, and then he comes and he cooks with his dad. He loves cooking. Him and his dad are always having contests. And the thing that makes Soma is that he's like his father. Now, we don't know a lot about his father than he's a great chef. We don't learn how great of a chef his father was until much later. But when it's revealed, it is fantastic. And the journey that Soma goes on because his dad subtly is trying to get him to become better. And it is brilliantly done. I mean, the great thing about this show is that they really get into
I lost my Pocky. I'm kind of sad. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. They really get into depth about food. And I don't just mean like specific, flavoring and stuff, but I mean, they get down to the nitty gritty, the actual chemistry about it. Why this works, how this works, why this works so well.
Like, they go into the umami of flavors, like why you can use a dried squid and boil it to create that flavor for water, which is the umami, and to help bring out the flavors in another part of a different dish.
Yeah.
They get into like why you can use a certain type of fry technique to bring out the crunchy, sweet, flavorful thing of a type of fish. I mean, they get into the literal.
They get into all of it, and I was just
there's a word for
fascinating. I was just fascinated with,
gastronomy.
Yeah.
Gastronomy, and it's fantastic, and I love it because I love to cook. And so when this show came about, I was just like,
Speaking of squid, you want some peanut butter squid?
Actually, no, I do not. And I don't want some squid with cilantro or any of the other stuff
do. But he also likes to create these crazy stuff that he makes girls eat, and then the reaction it's
etchy. Makes it out of squid.
But so he's encouraged by his dad to go to this the school, which he has never heard of before, and stuff like that. And there he meets the god tongue, Erina Nakari, and she is their relationship, their dynamic is fantastic, and her journey. I enjoyed her journey more and her change. From her initial introduction to where she gets to the fourth season. It's really well done, and I really enjoyed her journey as well. I thought she was a great character, and
she was a fantastic character.
Yeah, she really was. I thought.
And I really wish. Never mind.
You really wish what?
I don't know if it'll be a spoiler, no, because I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it by now. But
5 years old, so I hope so.
Yeah, right. Not for like the last series finale of it and everything. It's not that old. But I wish that Soma and Arena actually went off and got married and crap, but they don't.
I didn't want that. I thought they were like
they still had things to work through, and they had stuff to
I never got a romantic connection with those two. I thought it was.
Oh, I did.
What I thought was really great about their dynamic as well is that the level of how they push each other in their cooking. I never felt like it was a romantic connection. I felt it was more of a friendship and mutual respect.
She was that girl that was the secret to his cooking. She was that one that, if you remember back in the first season, Soma's dad was trying to tell him the secret to becoming a great chef was to find the woman or girl that makes him want to cook for her. And that was who Arena was to him. I swear to God. Arena was that person that want to cook for her, to better himself, to keep progressing. And that was his secret.
Well, I think it was also, but the thing is that they made each other better because he pushed her in a way that she would never have been pushed before.
Yeah.
And her thinking as well as how she viewed life and everything else. And, so they really played off each other very, very well. Of course, you've got Megami. She was I loved her journey too, from this shy, timid, barely making it girl that follows.
Finally blossoms.
She does blossom, and it's really because Soma really does it. They do a great job of showing how Soma, his personality, affects the other people around him. This is why I enjoy his character so much, and it's not just by who he is, but by his example. Right? You can't not bitch at Soma because if you're spending 10 hours of prep, he's spending 3 days prep, right? He just does not, his work ethic is unbelievable. And he's, he wants to learn. He's like a sponge. He's always trying stuff. And, when everybody's tired, he's just sitting there like, we got to keep trying this one more time.
Like, once again, and I'm going to reference the first season again, because that's when you really get to like see a lot of new things with him. When he's in that first class with the professor that doesn't smile.
The French chef.
Chappelle, I think his name was. Chappelle something.
Chappelle.
Yeah. But he's in that class, and he's expected to make this beef, this beef bouillon thing. Something like that. I don't remember. But he surprises everyone after their meal had been sabotaged by an excess of salt.
Yeah.
And he surprised everybody by bringing in honey, of all things, to completely,
neutralize,
soften the meat and neutralize the proteins to help soften it and everything. And get that meal ready, completely ready, way faster than these 2 hours that they had been given. And he got it done within 30 minutes. And it surpassed the A ranking for a grade. And everybody was surprised by it. And nobody has suspected that somebody of his, low upbringing, his low
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I mean, you've got these...
do that.
Well, you've got these other kids that come from these high-class places and even some of the restaurants. And but he's not the be-all, end-all thing. He goes through some journeys where he learns some stuff under the tutelage of some of the recent graduates. That one guy that's going through the 3-star rating. He learned a lot from that guy. And he was never... his humility and saying, okay, I don't know. I need to learn and I want to learn. And I'm going to, even though I'm really good, I'm not where I need to be. And he accepted that fact.
Yeah, he accepts it, and he's willing to better himself and keep learning. And
which is crazy because he's a goddamn genius. He is an absolute genius.
Is he ever?
I mean, absolute genius.
There are some things that he does in there that I'm like,
it's brilliant.
Never have thought of that.
And it's not over the top. No. None of this shit is over the top. They use real world food, real world items. There's no now the dramatic and funny parts are like the reaction, when they serve it and the people's reaction to like when the food's presented and they taste it and their clothes fall off and
now those are why are your clothes falling off? Why are you basically having an orgasm at the table?
Because it's
that's literally what it is. But
it's the edginess that they put to it, but it fits because food is sensual, food is an aphrodisiac, food is a gateway to many things, and food prepared right, the sensation and reaction you can have from food, it's why it is what it is. If you know the right ingredients, if you know the right things to put in food, and you can prepare it properly, it gives a actual guttural reaction to some people, and it is fantastic how they capture that. Now it's a little bit over the top, but it cracked me up, man. Like, wow, the president of the school sure has come off. It's just you gotta see, and it really emphasizes like how good the food is. And I thought it was brilliant. I mean, and what was really great about this show is you see what they're doing to prepare. But what's really great about this show is that the judges, when they're judging, really explain why this dish, was better than the other dish, or why they were good in their own reasons, but why one would win over the other one. Because you have to have that, like, if you've got two different, like, how do you justify one being better than the other, right? I mean, yeah, sure, there's plot armor to some of this, but it absolutely makes sense. And this is what I love so much about Food Wars is because it is so brilliantly executed from the start. The ingredients picked, how they cook, you see them doing stuff, and you don't know how it's going to tie in at the end. But then the food's presented to the judges or whoever's eating it. They eat it. They have the reaction. It's funny and stuff. But then they really explain like this did this to this, and because of the way they did this, it really accentuates this part of it that makes this taste better. And it is unbelievable like how good they are. I mean, you can tell a lot of research went into this show because the amount, I mean, they're cooking some really difficult dishes in this, and it's really, really well executed. I mean, the one that I remember the most is the venison. I think it was bear. It was a wild meat. And if you've never eaten or tried to prepare wild meat, you have to do it in a certain way. It has to be cut a certain way because it has a very gamey taste if you don't prepare the meat in a certain fashion. And that was one of the challenges, is that they're each giving bear meat, and they had to come up with a way to cook it, plus get over the gaminess that most meat that comes from like elk, deer, bear, any of those kind of meats. And they go into detail about how they overcome the gaminess of it. It's just that attention to detail that I really, really appreciate. Food Wars is just a fantastic, fantastic anime. The characters are really good. Who was that one guy that was his sensei who was on the council that was always naked when he cooked? He just wore the apron. I think that was Satoshi.
Ishitashi, yeah. ISSH something.
Ishiki. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
It's just,
he was the 7th ranked at the Elite 10.
God, and he always would be there after he was cooking with somehow he would just be in his apron
naked,
and nothing naked.
Just an apron, and it's like, how? How do you pull this
off? Why? Yeah, it was so good. But yeah, and there's some other characters. The Council War in season 4 was really, really good because you had the top of the elite versus, Soma and his crew, and you saw how good those guys were because you saw the stuff that they did, and it was fantastic. Those battles were unbelievable. I can't believe how excited I am about this.
This is where I'm going to stray a little bit because I don't remember a whole lot of season 4.
Oh no.
Yeah, so this is where I'm going to be like, I don't remember a whole lot of season 4 because I didn't get a chance to rewatch it yet. So bear with me if I don't remember all of it.
Do you remember the Alligator Cookoff?
Yes.
That was season 4.
I remember.
That was season 4.
Okay.
That one girl who likes exotic meat?
Yes.
That's season 4.
The polar star, polar moon.
I don't remember. But it was a gator. She cooked, she killed and cooked this gator live, for them to eat. And again,
dude, gator is some good food. Okay?
It is.
I live in the South.
Well, I
live in the South. I live in Florida.
I live in the South too, man.
Okay, yeah, you live in the true South. I live in the melting pot of the South.
Yeah, you live in the penis of America, the Florida.
That's one way to put it.
Well, as I
live in the melting pot of the South, and that's one thing I gotta say that Southerners do good is we do good in frying stuff. Mm-hmm. Frying anything.
Well, I was saying this while you were away that what's really good about those kind of episodes where you have gator or bear or these gamier meats, right? Because this is all it is a different fight altogether because those meats have to be cut a certain way and prepared a certain way, and even then the gaminess will come out because it's wild meat. It's not.
Wild meat,
it doesn't have any.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any of the preservatives and other stuff that we usually get with our meat and how it's prepared. So it's going to have a different flavor. Now, some people like the gamey taste. I personally like the gamey taste myself. I think it's unique. I've had buffalo and buffalo burgers and elk, and I've had camel.
Buffalo.
It's really good.
I always wanted to try buffalo.
Super
How does
good.
it taste?
It's incredible.
Like in comparison to your normal beef, how does it taste?
It's better.
Is it?
That's much better.
Okay, because I've been really wanting to try buffalo because I'm not a huge fan of venison. But I have to retry venison now that my palate is, grown up in a way.
Yeah.
So Like, there's a whole bunch of foods that I'm retrying now that I'm an adult, and I'm like, oh my god, I actually like these now.
Yeah,
Like
venison.
Brussels sprouts, for instance. I freaking love Brussels sprouts, and before I
No,
used to hate them with a passion, and so I'm just like, oh, yes.
it's really weird. There's two
But,
things that I cannot eat. I don't care how they're cooked. It just does not taste right to me. And I understand why people love it. Liver, can't eat. I can't
nope.
eat it. Some people,
Nope.
like some people
Can't do
I
it.
know, will eat liver like it's like it's going out of style. They
Can't
love
do
it.
it.
I can't take. I can't take it. I can't.
I can't either.
And
I've
Brussels
tried.
sprouts. I can't eat Brussels sprouts. It just
See, Brussels sprouts I can. My thing is sauteing them in garlic butter.
yeah. See,
I love
my
them.
mom makes them caramelized and she sweetens them up and all this other stuff, and it just does not work for me. I've tried them a million different ways. It just doesn't taste right. You know, I'll eat them, right, but it just doesn't taste
Yeah,
right.
but it
Liver,
just
I just
doesn't.
won't.
Yeah,
Yeah, liver, I'm just like, mm-mm.
yeah. Liver,
It just
I
doesn't
can't
taste
do
right.
liver. Can't do liver.
Which is
Nope.
crazy because I'll eat anything, and I've eaten all kinds of stuff from bugs to snake to all kinds of shit, and like it.
Okay, you beat me. I have not had snakes.
Oh yeah, I've eaten all kinds of stuff. Survival training, you learn how to
Yeah,
eat
I was about to say
snakes.
you've been in like survival training and crap. I've not done that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So I wish I had some of these students with me so they could have made some crazy meals with it. Because the cool thing too is they do these challenges too, where it's like you don't have all the best stuff. What do you do? If this was all you had, what kind of meal can you prepare? And I love those ones the most because the
oh yeah, because
ingenuity,
the ingenious that they come up with is
ingenuity.
just
Yep.
freaking what?
It's
Like
bonkers. It is
what?
absolutely bonkers the stuff they come up with, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So, all right, so that's kind of Food Wars. I mean, we didn't get too much stuff. There's little tidbits here and there. It's 5 seasons. It's really, 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 really good. I really enjoyed Food Wars. It's definitely an A ranked anime for me. It's not S. It's not S for me. I think it's definitely an A. I give
I
it
agree.
about I don't know, 8.4, 8.5 on the scale. It's middle A for me. So yeah.
I definitely give this an A ranking. I'm a foodie, and I'm trying to, become more foodie because, well, I'm limited in Florida. We have mostly like Tex-Mex and Cuban food, which let me tell you, there's some dang good Cuban food here. Okay, anyway, off track. I also love to cook, and so this like really hit home with me because I love to cook. And I like to experiment with food, so it's like test subjects. But it's definitely an A rank for me, and I give it actually higher than an 8.5. I want to give it like an 8.6 or 7.
Okay.
Not quite a 9, but up there because I really love it. I really love the character development. I love the storyline. I love the like dynamics of everybody in the group. Like I love everything about this anime. I really, really do. And thinking back on it, I really should have put this on my top 20 anime list. I really should have.
This one was right outside the top 20 for me.
Yeah, thinking back on it, I should have put this on my top 20 list, but I didn't, and I don't know why. I think it was still like COVID brain and all the other stuff messing with me at the time, so who knows? That's the past. We don't think about that. But this is a phenomenal anime.
You'll really enjoy this anime, folks. It's well worth watching.
Now, I will give you a warning, though.
It's not kid friendly.
No, it is not kid friendly. It is not work friendly either.
No.
Do not watch it while on public transportation, that kind of thing.
Well, unless you got headphones on.
Well, even then, don't, because you have those nosy people who like to try and look at what your screen is.
That doesn't bother me. I'm like, hey, look, squid.
But, yeah, just in case, be warned. Also, I highly suggest you stack up on snacks beforehand.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to eat.
Like, I highly suggest you hit that Dollar Tree or whatever, and you stack up on them snacks. Like, we have Five Below right where I live, and there is a massive like area where we can get those Japanese snacks like Pocky Sticks and those little teddy bears and stuff, all for like $1. So stock up before you watch this anime because you're gonna want them. Like, go ahead and make yourself some steamed rice, your vegetables, everything. You're gonna want it. This will make you hungry.
Yeah, it is really good. It's funny. It's got some really good heartfelt moments in there. The character development is fantastic. The fights are really fun because they're creative, and you don't think that food itself, being a war, would be so hyped, but it really is.
It really is.
It is super good. I think a lot of people give it a high mark. I think the average is like 8.6, 8.7 on there. The scores that I saw. So if you're looking for a really good anime, something to binge and just watch and just really enjoy, now season 5 is a letdown. They do some strange stuff in season 5. It was okay. First 4 seasons are explosively good. Season 5 is probably why it's not an S for me, because I was a little disappointed in some of the stuff that they did, and it just didn't make sense to me. But overall,
I think, in all honesty, they could have done another season to help even out season 5.
I don't know what they're. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, because to me season 5 seemed a little rushed to end it. That's why
That's
it might
the
have been a
problem.
little confusing.
That's the problem. Yeah, it's very
So
rushed.
I think they could have extended it to make another season, and I think that would have helped out significantly to make it better. But
Yeah.
that again is just my opinion.
No, I'm with you on that. That's one of the letdowns, was how rushed or it felt. I don't know if it was rushed or what the situation was. I haven't really researched it. It felt that way to me. And
By the way, you're shaking your camera again.
oh, god damn it! Just sorry, I'm just tapping my foot, and then I guess
Don't worry, I have anxiety, so I have to catch myself doing that too. So
yeah.
I get it.
All right, so let us know what you guys think of Food Wars. What are we going to cover next week?
Oh, we never talked about that during the week.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot.
Let's pick something so we can discuss it.
Yeah, let's see.
You know what? I got a suggestion. See what you think. Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
What if you have a suggestion? What do you got?
I was gonna do one that wasn't super super popular. Something I don't know. I don't know.
I'm putting you on the spot. You pick it.
I know you are. I don't know. Yeah, let's do Bunny Girl Senpai, because I can't really think of anything.
Think of the one you want to do after Bunny Girl Senpai. That'll be your choice, and which one you want to cover, and then we'll rock and roll from there. So,
okay.
But yeah, watch Food Wars.
Let's
watch
do Bunny Girl Senpai next week, and we will.
I adore that one.
From there.
Again, not in my top 20, but pretty goddamn close. That one's in my top 30, definitely. I love that anime. It was so good. It really was. It was such a good anime. I was shocked at how good that was. So
I like Bunny Girl Senpai. Well, never mind.
We'll get to it next week. We'll get into it next week. But it is a brilliant. It's a short anime, but it is super well done.
I've always wanted to watch it, but us doing this show really made me watch it, and so finally watch it. And I have to admit, it surprised me, and I liked it.
Yeah, it was really fascinating.
It definitely was not what I was expecting by, the artwork, the cover art for it and everything else. It was not what I was expecting at all.
No.
And I'm like, holy crap, this has a whole new thing. Wow, all right, sweet. I applaud you. I applaud. All right.
It's really fascinating. It really gets into some crazy stuff.
It really does.
And it really
does.
Grounded in reality, but not in reality, and we'll get into why I say that too, but we'll get into that next week, so we'll do...
Oddly enough, I understand that.
Yes, so Bunny Girl Senpai, definitely check it out, and with that, leave, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff when this gets on YouTube. You can come follow us on Twitch. We do this live.
Hit that bell button and subscribe button.
Yep,
give us a thumbs up, wear your face mask, sanitize, wash them hands 6 feet apart at all times. Thank you.
Yep, and we do this live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Anime Bingeaholic channel on Twitch.
Usually remember to put an announcement in the Discord, but I forgot today,
so
my bad on that
F's in the chat for the artist formerly known as Ladypool. Kitty forgot.
Yeah, Kitty forgot.
Yep.
Sorry.
These things happen. All right. So with that, we're going to wrap this one up. Now, you can check. There's some more stuff coming up that's going to be a lot of fun. We've got the... on my other channel, Reality Skewed Gamers, we've got the Don't Starve Together show coming up with all the crew playing Don't Starve Together. And then at 9:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 Eastern, I will be over on the GAC Center on the Escape Podcast channel with my co-host Nev as we cover the Swuggo streamers of the past week and get into their galactic... Their JC. They're get into the wars and stuff.
The thing.
The thing. The thing with the thing.
Things.
So... All right, so
I will be updating Discord with more anime news this week, so be on the lookout for that.
There you go. So on behalf of myself and Kitty Curio, a.k.a. the artist formerly known as Ladypool, thank you guys for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the review. This will be uploaded soon to YouTube whenever it does, and you can check it out there. So with that, have a great rest of your night. We'll see you when you see you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.